Hi, I'm Oscar Fry. This time I would like to discuss with you the subject of what meaning do we give to our life. I talked before about the fact that I feel that we should carefully think of what we do with our time. And that has to do with the concept that we have of who we are. If we see ourselves, for example, merely as human beings with a physical body and a brain, simply trying to be happy in the time of our life, or if we give further meaning to our life, to ourselves, by believing that we are soul. If you believe that you have a soul nature, and you find the idea somewhat interesting or appealing of putting some effort and time in spiritual thought, discussion, contemplation and or practice, then the next thing you could do is to decide as to what extent. If you have only little time to offer, then start simply by thinking about how important it is in one's life to come to understand more about the unknown part of our future. It all starts with this realization. And then you might be motivated to put more time aside to start to cultivate your spirituality. So when you do want to make an effort, you have to know how to make the best use of your time. The answer could be to start investigating, reading, thinking, etc. And then you might come to realize that we are here to raise our awareness, our level of consciousness. And as we grow mentally, we should evolve in our behavior accordingly. We should apply our findings, that what we learn, to our decisions and actions. In this way we shape, like a sculptor, our person, our being, making it more beautiful, more like it was meant to be, an extension on earth of our own universal soul. Why do we need to construct this meaning? Because it's our foremost goal in life, to construct meaning as soon as we can. Look around you, above you, and in the mirror, and see what you can make of it. What's our place in all of this? You can never start early enough, because the more meaning you can construct, the more sense you can make of it. The more you are likely to avoid the restlessness that can somehow come over us as we grow older, when we think about the time that our life will come to an end. The greatest goods one can acquire are immaterial and often need to be cultivated, like health, love, wisdom, friendship, loyalty, beauty in people and in nature, etc. The most important ones are love and wisdom. Wisdom is the antidote against many forms of suffering and the opposite of ignorance. It is the most valuable attribute, a powerful ally to have with you when one grows older. It will allow you to put things in perspective and remain positive and keep your faith intact. Because we want to avoid, once we pass over, that we will have a feeling of failure, of not having used our time wisely, of not having thought and cared enough about the most important subjects of our lives. That is, the reason for us actually being here. Just imagine leaving while knowing that you left so much unattended, undone, unresolved, untouched. Back with your soulmates, you could say to yourself, I could have done more. This might make you feel very sorry, realizing that you lost a precious opportunity. The purpose of my writing is only to contribute to a process of waking up, or simply becoming aware of this reality. Once you are aware of this reality, then it's your free will that decides if and how you choose to attend to this question. When one does choose to try to understand more, one's efforts are likely to be compensated by a sense of true meaning in our life. Meaning that nothing of earthly matter or pleasure can give you. With time, that sense of meaning might become so great that you feel, when engaged on this path, that it is the most wonderful thing you can do. Naturally, it then becomes the driving force behind your life. And you realize from that day on that it is the only subject that truly deserves your time, attention, devotion. Now, if you're thinking about all of these, then you're doing a great job already. That is, you're on target, increasing your awareness, and so fine-tuning your level of consciousness. When you think deeply about things, then sometimes you can change your opinion. You change your idea of something because you receive new information. At times, you will replace a piece of the puzzle. That is, your puzzle. The puzzle being your own personal world map. In essence, the way you see and experience things, the world around you, your understanding of the world you're living in. The construction of this world map is dynamic. That is, you find out more, you think about what to believe, and a new piece of information or your old idea currently in place. Then you might want to change a piece. You deconstruct and then you reconstruct. And this process will last your entire life and beyond, in the afterlife. And then again back on the planet. You act on your findings, which is only natural. Your world map, your puzzle. And your puzzle is a reflection of what you are. What you hold up as true will direct or dictate your actions. Your beliefs and thoughts as pre-action manifest what you are on the inside. And because most of us can't stop thinking, this process continues all the time. So you shape and reshape yourself continuously, going along the way, day after day, year after year, throughout your entire life. The purpose is to better yourself, to upgrade yourself to become your best or highest version. And this basically is the constant process of man's spiritual evolution. Remember, it's a very slow process. Depending on the complexity of the questions at hand, replacing just one piece of your world map or puzzle could take you years, decades, or an entire lifetime, or even more. It all depends on your personal effort. You're free to determine your input, but don't forget that with choice comes responsibility. The efforts you make will bring you increased awareness and higher consciousness. Postponing to take on the only real job of your life could make you somewhat restless along the way, and perhaps sorry later on when you realize you didn't give it your best shot because it wasn't your priority. By raising our level of consciousness, we evolve in our decisions and actions. We shape, like a sculptor, with each thought and action, our person, our being, our soul, becoming less self-centered, more open to the feelings of others, more responsible. And as our awareness grows, and so we grow in beauty, as our contribution to other people, to society, takes form. And then what once was a little light, your light, will shine stronger and stronger. And so it was meant to be. So it will be for each and every one of us over time at the rhythm of your own free will. Thank you for your precious time and for your attention. See you next time.